All right, good morning. Earth changes. Today is cause and effect, and we are looking at cause and effect for volcanoes. Um, our assignment is page 11, and on page 11, we are going to be looking at some causes and effects for volcanic eruptions. So, for our purposes, the directions say to use paragraph number 6. So, I'm on page 14, and I am looking at paragraph 6, and I'm locating sentences that have cause and effect in it. And so, just as a reminder, cause and effect, basically, cause and effect is something happened, which is the effect, and what caused it. Okay, so I got 5 cavities. Well, why? I didn't brush my teeth. A volcano erupted. Well, why? Well, we are about to answer that question. So, the first sentence that I located that seemed kind of like a cause was the very first sentence. So it says the heat and pressure inside Earth are so great, right? And then I stopped right there because I saw a clue word, our clue word that. Okay, that is actually a word that's getting ready to tell me that there is something that is happening because of what happened at the beginning of the sentence. Just as the word as and when were the clue words for the causes and effects that we looked at from lesson number 5, the word that stuck out to me and made me realize, oh gosh, something is about to happen. Well, because the heat and pressure inside of Earth are so great, well, solid rock, okay, that's stuff that you climb in and climb on and jump off of, um, that stuff melts because of the heat and pressure inside of the Earth being so great. So, my first cause and my first effect are like this: the heat and pressure inside Earth is so great. The heat and pressure melt solid rock. Solid rock. Okay. So that's kind of the first step in answering the question, what causes a volcanic eruption? The heat and pressure inside of Earth is constantly so great, and it's just smashing and smashing and smashing that that heat and pressure actually melts the solid rock that's below the surface of the Earth. So now we're going to look for a second cause and effect sentence. Okay, and part of this is looking for clue words. As I take a sip of my Joe. Um, I am starting right here because the liquid magma is lighter than solid rock, the magma rises and the solid rock sinks. Okay, so that's just a fact. If something is light, it's going to float. If something is heavy, it's going to drop to the bottom. Some magma cools as it rises, becoming solid rock and sinking again. Okay, that's another great fact. Other magma remains liquid and collects in underground chambers. Okay, so right there, I can see that I got this picture here and I see the visual of what the chambers are. So some of this pressure down here in this section, so great, it's melting all this rock here. We have the solid rock dropping to the bottom, and then we have the magma rising to the top. And so some of that magma, as it goes, it collects inside of these chambers right here. Okay. And so, as more and more, and that's what I'm reading here, other magma remains liquid and collects in underground chambers. When the heat and pressure build in these chambers, the magma is pushed through cracks in the Earth's surface. So, here we have the word, this clue word, when. Okay. When a sentence starts off with the word when, I can anticipate that it's going to give me something at the end of the sentence a consequence or an effect because of what happened at the beginning of the sentence. Well, in this case, at the beginning of the sentence, when the heat and pressure build in these chambers, that's what happened in the beginning of the sentence. Well, what happens at the end? The magma is pushed through cracks in the Earth's surface. So that's my second cause and effect sentence there. So when the heat and pressure build in these chambers, when heat and pressure build in the chambers, look at this great graphic here. Okay, so again, you have heat and pressure inside of Earth. That's down here. And inside of the Earth, that heat and pressure is getting so hot and so much pressure, so much force that it's melting the rock, solid rock, into magma or liquid rock. And this magma is rising to the top. Some of it goes all the way to the top. Some of it gets locked in these chambers. And this center chamber as well also becomes a chamber because of the cone that forms on top of the volcano from past eruptions. Okay, so I have this piece of the sentence. When heat and pressure build in the chamber, well, what's going to happen? Okay, the magma is pushed through cracks in the Earth's surface. The magma is pushed through cracks in the Earth's surface. So there we go. And I think I want to add an extra detail in here, and I'll tell you why. But if I'm getting ready to tell you the story about heat and pressure and why heat and pressure plays an important role in volcanic eruptions from paragraph number 6, I would say something like this. Heat and pressure inside Earth is just massive. So massive, it takes solid rock and it melts it into something that we call magma. And this magma, it floats around underneath the Earth's surface. It's rising, and solid rock is dropping. And some of this magma rises and goes into chambers inside of the Earth's surface. Chambers could be like a little mini tunnel. And sometimes the heat and pressure builds up so great inside of these chambers that it causes the magma to be pushed through cracks in the Earth's surface. So that's my story of heat and pressure and volcanic eruption right now. Just as a clue, that story that I'm beginning to tell is what you are going to be writing here in the second part. Okay? So we got this magma being pushed through cracks in the Earth's surface. The result is a volcanic eruption. Magma that is erupted through cracks in the Earth's surface, through the surface of the Earth is called, Earth's crust is called lava. So when magma is pushed through cracks in the Earth's surface, it causes, okay, a volcanic eruption. So the cause is the magma being pushed through the cracks, and the effect is the volcanic eruption. And so we get to kind of use this effect over here. This effect becomes a cause, and we call that a chain of events, where all of these events are chained together, interchangeably, causes and effects of one another. So we have magma is pushed through cracks in the Earth's surface. Okay. And the effect of magma being pushed through the cracks in the Earth's surface is a volcanic eruption. A volcanic eruption begins. So, two ideas here, and this may have been covered in a context clue activity, but the heat and pressure melt solid rock. That solid rock being melted right there, still in the Earth's surface, is called magma. And when the volcanic eruption ends, magma is pushed through cracks in the Earth's surface. This is called the lava. So the lava doesn't happen until it's actually outside of the Earth's surface, floating here down the side of the volcano. So cause and effect, kids. So now, because we have a list of causes and their effects, we can now answer this question. What roles do heat and pressure play in volcanic eruption? All of your details are right here in this cause and effect activity, or you do have paragraph 6 to refer to as well. In the third part, please make sure that you take the time to underline any sentences, or maybe it's just one sentence that has a cause and effect in it. Okay. I do see a clue word, so. Excuse me. So, after seeing that clue word, so, I think that you are going to be able to locate the cause and effect sentence quite manageably. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a great, great day.